Okay, so yesterday, y'all know we saw this video of Bad Baby getting hands put on her by her baby daddy. Here was the first clip, and then we had the second clip right here. And she also showed the bruises on her face. Well, now Bad Baby has released a statement about the images in the video that she leaked. And she said, "I love that man more than I love myself, and it's honestly really sad. But unfortunately, this is real life. I know the easy way out is to leave, and that's better said than done. This doesn't happen this extreme often, but LV definitely has a problem. He's going to get the help he needs. Right now, there's no room for mistakes, and he knows that. Whoever says they are there for me will be supportive of me no matter what I choose to do." Y'all know I give a motherfucker hell, but there's no excuse for that at all whatsoever. My point in sharing this wasn't to attack him. It was for him to see what he does is wrong and to take accountability and make a real change. Okay, so I wanted to take a second and kind of go through that again for myself. And after reading the statement again, obviously she's choosing to stay with this guy. I thought a very interesting part was when she said, anybody who says they are there for me will be supportive of me no matter what I choose to do. So that lets me know that she has people around her who don't like the idea of her staying with this guy, but she gonna do it anyway, and this is her way of letting them know. This was like a message to her family, if you ask me, or the people in her circle. Because imagine being her mama or her aunt or somebody in her family, I don't know, people who she have around who care about her well-being, and you watching her go back to the guy who then bruised up her face and might have done this countless times that we don't know about. Also, she says this doesn't happen that often, but then says that he got a problem. So it's like, which one is it? Look, if he got a problem, that says to me it must happen often. Because if it's a problem, that means that's a continuous thing, right? Now, maybe she's going to stay with him while he gets the help that he needs. I know they had a baby together. And remember, I said she just had a baby. She might be going through postpartum depression. A lot of the women out there, y'all could speak to that better than me. But we have to remember, a lot of girls in her age group, especially in this generation that we're in now, especially in these urban areas. And look, I know Bad Baby is not in the hood no more, but I don't really want to have no deep discussion about her being influenced by black people and all that stuff. But when she was coming up, whatever hood or whatever ghetto she was in, when she was talking about Catch Me Outside, a lot of those girls in that area, she probably saw this type of stuff before, okay? And those girls, they think that abuse is love. And I said that in my last video. And like I said, I'm not trying to get into no big conversation about whether or not Bad Baby from the hood or whatever. I think she is from the hood. I think I remember seeing her, in some places a little white girl shouldn't be. You know what I mean? Also, speaking of that, when she blew up, y'all know she was hanging around a lot of those Chicago drill rappers. I heard they looking for her baby daddy. So hopefully that's a reminder that, maybe some street niggas got her back. I did see some people like Little Reese on Instagram showing some concern, but you can kind of take that with a grain of salt. Did they do anything, or were they just talking for the internet? Who knows? But that's just something I wanted to report to y'all. And I think doing videos like this is hard because what are you supposed to do? Are you supposed to come on here and say she's stupid? Put her down for making this decision when we know a lot of people are in these type of situations. And I know personally, I've known people in these situations, and it gets tricky because sometimes they want to call and vent to you, but they also will get upset when you're the person who's constantly telling them they need to get out of that situation. And sometimes eventually they'll stop reaching out to you because they'll rather talk to somebody who will let them talk without looking for some type of solution. And I'm just not one of those people. I can let you talk, but it's like, okay, what you gonna do about this? You don't want to go to the police. You don't want to press charges. You just want to stay in this situation and let this person continue to do this to you. And that's the position that a lot of people are in when you're close to somebody in this type of abusive relationship, okay? So, unfortunately, we see this all the time, and I really did have a feeling that, she was probably going to end up staying. Even after she put out the video, even after she put out the pictures, I see a lot of people saying, if you going to stay with him, why did you put this out? I'm going to tell you, when you see people involved in these situations, they make a lot of questionable decisions. Even if they're not a celebrity, a millionaire, somebody famous, regular people in these type of situations, they do a lot of stuff where you like, okay, well, if you gonna do this, why wouldn't you call the police? Why wouldn't you try to get out of this situation? So I'm not surprised that she would put all of this stuff out and still decide to stay. But I'll tell you, to me, that doesn't make for a less volatile situation because now he's been exposed. And how does he feel about that? Is he upset? Is he going to get the help that he needs? And now, how does that look when you stay with this guy and you got to bring him around your family now? And everybody know he putting hands on you. So y'all might as well just stay in the house now. Unless y'all going to go out and do, stuff by yourselves, because you bring him around your family, that might cause issues. You bring him around your friends, that might cause issues. What's the next part of you exposing your baby daddy for putting hands on you? And what about people who worried about your child? And you should be worried about your child. Is it a stretch to say that, he would harm your child? That's not for me to say, but Bhad Bhabie needs to think about this type of stuff. So, very sad situation, as Bhad Bhabie said herself. She said it's honestly really sad. But let me know what y'all think about this situation. Anybody out there who's going through a similar situation, I would advise you to contact the authorities and get some help. And don't just trust that somebody gonna get the help that they need. You need to help yourself before you trying to help another person. Because if you don't help yourself when you getting abused, how can you be of help to anybody else? And in this situation, how you gonna help your baby when you can't help yourself, Bhad Bhabie?